Team A. On which day of creation week did God make pomegranates?
The 4th?
Incorrect. Third day. Team B. On which day of creation week did God make deer?
6th.
I'm sorry, what was that?
6th.
Correct. Sixth day. Team A. To whom did Sarah lie when she said, quote, I did not laugh?
God.
Correct. That's correct. God. Team B. Why did Sarah lie and say she did not laugh when the Lord said she would have a son?
Because she was afraid.
Correct, because she was afraid. Team A. Which of Abraham's sons did God promise that he will become the father of 12 nations? Ishmael, correct. Team B. After how many days was Abraham to circumcise the males in his household?
8.
8 days, correct. Team A. What was the name of Sarai's handmaid? Hagar, correct. Team B. From what country was Hagar?
Egypt.
Egypt, correct. Team A. The rivers Pishon, Gihon, Tigris flowed from what place?
Euphrates. I'm sorry, you said from what river?
From what place? Yeah, right, the Garden of Eden. Team B. What was the name of the 4th river that flowed from the river that was in the Garden of Eden?
Euphrates.
Euphrates, correct. Team A. Jesus was born along the family line of Jared. Yes. Name the only son of Jared mentioned in the Bible. Incorrect. It's Enoch. Team B. For how many years did Enoch walk faithfully with God?
300.
300, correct. Now, this next question, try to remember the sequences I give you because oftentimes people forget it. State the order in which the following events occur in the Bible. Event number 1, Jacob takes Esau's birthright. Event number 2, Isaac marries Rebekah. And event number 3, Isaac deceives Abimelech. It's 2, 3, 1. So Isaac marries Rebekah first. Isaac deceives Abimelech second because he deceived him with respect to his wife, saying that she was his sister, and Jacob takes Esau's birthright third. Okay? All right, Team B, same type of question. State the order in which the following events occur in the Bible. Event number 1, Tower of Babel. Event number 2, the flood. Event number 3, Abraham deceives Pharaoh.
Flood, Tower, Babel, and then the other one.
That's good. The flood first, the Tower of Babel second, and Abraham deceives Pharaoh third. That is the end of the alternate section. Team A, we will begin with you. Your 60 seconds will begin after I finish reading the first question. Who were the sons of God that married the daughters of men?
Sons of Seth. Righteous.
Correct. Sons of Seth were the righteous. What were the most noticeable animals that were not on the ark during the great flood? Okay. Why was Lot left in the care of Terah, his grandfather, and later Abraham, his uncle?
Because his father died.
Correct. His father died. How old was Lamech when he died?
77.
Correct, 777 years old. How did Abraham send to find a wife for Isaac?
He sent his servant to his old homeland.
Correct, he sent his eldest servant to his homeland. Esau was a hairy man. What color was the hair that covered his body? Red, correct. Who was the father of Rebekah?
Bethuel.
Bethuel, correct. As Hagar painfully waited for Ishmael to die, from where did the angel of the Lord speak good news? Heaven, correct. Who said you were as good as dead because the woman you have taken, she is a married woman?
God.
Correct. What did Noah do to end up lying uncovered inside his tent? Daughters of men that would intermarry with the sons of God.
Daughters of humans.
Correct. The Canaanites. How many mountains were covered by the waters?
All the high mountains.
All correct. Nahor and Abraham are brothers. Name their first wives.
Sarah and Milcah.
Sarah and Milcah, correct. What was the oldest age at which a man had his first son?
500.
500 years old, correct. Where did Abraham instruct his servant to go to find a wife for his son Isaac?
Nahor.
No, where?
Among his relatives.
Yes, correct. Among his relatives. How old was Isaac when he took Rebekah as his wife?
37.
Incorrect, 40 years old. In addition to the stars in the sky, so what thing would the number of
Sand on
Abraham's...
the seashore.
Sand on the seashore, correct. What did the son born of Hagar and Abraham grow up to be?
Archer.
An archer, correct. In what land was Abraham when he said that Sarah was his sister?
Gerar.
Correct, Gerar. After the flood, what was the sign of the covenant that God made with Noah and his descendants?
Rainbow in the sky.
Rainbow in the sky. Correct. What? Good. What did Noah do to end up lying uncovered inside his tent?
Drank.
Correct. Drank and got drunk. What was the first animal Noah sent out of the ark?
Raven.
Raven, correct. After God created man, what did God do to the man that caused him to become a living soul? Ravens was not correct. On which day of creation week did God make ravens?
Bird.
Incorrect. Fifth day. This name is really a sentence. It is the name that Hagar calls the Lord. What is it?
God hears me.
Correct. You are the God who sees me. True or false? Japheth is in the family line of Jesus.
There is a discrepancy about that, but I'm going to say false.
False is correct. Complete the following verse. Abraham believed the Lord and he credited to him as righteousness. Correct. What land did God promise to Abraham and his descendants?
Canaan.
Canaan. Correct. How many hours were in each day of creation? 24 hours. Correct. Who was Rebekah's brother? Laban. Correct. Which day of the week is the biblical seventh day?
Saturday.
Saturday. What name is given to the giant children that were born of the sons of God and the daughters of men? Nephilim. Correct. Today the world. What was the second animal Noah sent out of the ark? A dove, correct. What two trees did God place in the middle of the Garden of Eden?
Tree of life and tree of knowledge of good and evil.
Correct. Tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. On which day of creation did God make Cyprus?
30.
Third day, correct. How old was Abram when Hagar bore him Ishmael?
86.
86, correct. True or false? Our Faxad is in the family line of Jesus.
True.
True, correct. Which man did God ask to go outside, look up at the stars, and count them if you can? Abraham, correct. What was the sign of the covenant between God and Abraham? Circumcision, correct. In what chapter of Genesis was the Spirit of God first mentioned? Chapter 1, correct. Where did Abraham tell his eldest servant to put his hand when he
Under his thigh.
Under his thigh, correct. What was the name of the garden in which God put the first man?
Eden.
Eden, correct. When God said, my spirit will not contend with humans forever, for they are mortal. What disaster was about to come up on the earth?
Great flood.
Flood, correct. God made the sun, moon, and stars to separate day from night. Name one other person for which the sun, moon, and stars were made according to Genesis chapter 1.
The signs that mark the sacred times, years, days, and years.
Correct. To mark time, days, and years. What was Abimelech doing when the Lord told him that Sarah was a married woman? Okay. Time was called before the answer, but your answer was correct. He was dreaming. The first question is a visual question, so please look at the screen. Describe this scene from the book of Genesis. Team A. Correct. The dove returning to the land of the ark and opposition was now. What request did Rebekah's mother and brother make to Abraham's servants, which would have delayed Rebekah's departure to go and marry Isaac? Team B.
Stay extra 10 days.
Correct. Requested that their daughter remain with them for 10 days more before they returned. To whom did Abraham speak the following words? Quote, with a great hand have I sworn an oath to the Lord. Team B.
Abimelech.
Incorrect. The king of Sodom. Who said, quote, blessed be Abram by God Most High? Team A. Incorrect. Melchizedek. This is a visual question, so please look at the screen. What do we see here?
Sarah at the well. Well,
That's incorrect.
okay.
Team A, would you like to answer?
He said.
That's why he sent his servant to go look for a wife for his son
All right. John 19:34 says, quote, "One of the soldiers, however, pierced Jesus' side with a spear, and immediately blood and water flowed out." Blood and water are needed to create the church of God. What did God take from Adam's side to create Eve? Team B? A rib, correct. What was the main sin of the men of Sodom? Team A?
I want to say homosexuality.
Homosexuality, correct. Who originally gave name to the son born of Abram and Hagar?
God.
Correct, the angel of the Lord. Team B. Abraham and his men rescued the men of Sodom, including his nephew Lot, along with their goods from 4 kings. Team
B.
B?
All is good.
Correct. All the goods he covered. By faith, this man preached 120 years. Team A?
No, he
Oh, I'm
didn't.
sorry. I can't see this right behind. Whoever was first. Who was first?
But you have to hold it down because they can push it too.
Okay, correct. No, yeah, please hold it down. Please hold it down. Who said, "Is anything too hard for the Lord"? TB?
God.
Correct. The Lord. Yeah, please hold it down. Who were the 2 visitors that entertained Lot?
Angels.
Correct. 2 angels. He was the only man in the book of Genesis to be specifically called a prophet.
Abraham.
Correct. Abraham. True or false? Jacob was the favorite son of Rebekah.
True.
Team A. True. Throughout the Bible, Philistines have been great enemies of God's people through the family line of which of Noah's
Ham.
sons? Correct. Team B. Ham. On which day of creation week did God make thorns? Team B.
3.
Incorrect. None. It was not created during creation week.
Yeah.
2 angels arrived. 2 angels arrived at Sodom and Eve. Who met them at the beginning? Lot, correct. Team A. The Bible says the broad way is the way to destruction, but the narrow way is the way to life. To whom did the Lord speak the following words? Quote, "Go into the ark, you and your whole family."
No.
Noah, correct. Team A. On which day of creation did God make man?
6.
6 days, correct. Team B. To whom did God say, quote, "I am going to put an end to all people"?
Noah.
Noah, correct. Who was the second person to physically kill someone in the Bible? Lamech. Team B, correct. Knowing that after the flood, mankind would have to eat meat, God gave Team A.
God gave them permission to eat of flesh without the blood.
Incorrect. All right, I'll finish the question. God gave different instructions to Noah regarding how many clean and unclean animals he should take within the ark. How many sheep were saved in the ark during the great flood? Yes, 7 pairs or 14. Sorry, it's right behind you. I can't see this. This question has a visual cue, so please look at the screen. Okay, what do you guys think it is?